Ask Jeff show. We are now up to episode number 23. So as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to this live feed so you don't miss any future shows. And so this week we have 2 questions. We'll go ahead and get started. The first one is what does a good referral program look like? They say they have a few members who have already brought in their friends and they didn't really reward them. What should they do? So you should definitely reward people for bringing in referrals. So what we used to do when we first started was that we would give like half off their next month, and that didn't really work that great because it was hard to facilitate because you already have them set up in auto pay. That's the whole point, is so you can kind of set it and forget it. And they didn't really get that excited about it anyway. And one of the things that one of my theories anyway on why they didn't get excited is because like when they would sign up for like a low barrier offer or a trial membership, they would use like one credit card, and it's usually like the one they have their spending money on. So if they go shopping with, they want to buy something, that kind of stuff. And then when they go to sign up for our long-term membership, they'd always want to use a different card, and usually that's like either their husband's card or their main family card they put all their bills on. They didn't want to put it like on their spending card one. So whenever they would get half off their next month, they didn't really get that excited because they didn't see that money anyway. So what we did instead is we started giving a $100 gift card. So we did like a $100 Visa card. And they got pretty excited about that because then they can go and buy anything they want. They don't have to tell their husband about it. Doesn't show up. There's no transaction in their bank account, anything like that. So they can spend it on absolutely anything that they wanted to, and that worked really well. We would put the $100 Visa card, and we would write a handwritten thank you card. And in the thank you card, all it would say is thank you for trusting us with your health and fitness needs. The greatest compliment that you can give is to refer your family and friends, and we appreciate your referral. Here's $100. Go shopping, buy yourself something on us. And that went a long way. And we would always give it to them at the end of like a workout after their friend or whoever signed up, and we would do like a join me in congratulating so and so for our newest member. So everybody would cheer, and I would thank whoever it was that brought them in and say how awesome they are. And we knew that they would have awesome friends just like them, and we appreciate them coming in. And that gives you an opportunity to let everybody else know, like hey, we have an awesome fitness family here, and I'm sure you guys hang out with awesome people, and we'd love to have your friends and family in here as well. So this Saturday is our community class. Why don't you think of somebody that you could invite to bring them in for a workout this Saturday? And every Saturday we would do like a community class. It gives them an opportunity to to refer somebody on a weekly basis. So definitely you definitely want to reward them. And if you have people that have already brought in referrals and you haven't rewarded them, I would go back and do something special for them. The other thing that we started doing after this, because after a while it's like the same thing over and over again, doesn't get to be as special. So if it's like their second, third, fourth referral, instead of just giving them $100 each time, especially once we got to know them better, know what they like, know what restaurants they like, or what kind of stores like to shop at or whatever, we would buy them a gift that really showed that we know who they are. So it was like a personalized gift. So it could be, a gift certificate to their favorite restaurant. It could be, jewelry from a store. We keep it right around $100. Might be a little more, a little less. But it was something that they would know that we pay attention to what they're saying and the things that they like, and we try to personalize it. And we usually do that for like the third or fourth referral, just to mix it up so it's not the same thing, over and over again. Again, thanking them in front of everybody, and then giving them the gift. The other thing is the same thing that we write in the thank you cards. The thank you for trusting us with your health and fitness needs. The greatest compliment that you can give is to refer your family and friends. We had those made into a nice certificate, put it in a frame, and we hung them in the bathroom. We hung them up by the front desk at the waiting area. So every time they go to the bathroom, every time they're sitting waiting for the next session to start, they're seeing that sign. It's kind of just getting ingrained, into their head. That's how we build our business, is through referrals, because we want people just like them in our fitness family. The other thing is you just want to make referrals part of doing business with you. So as you're closing somebody, you know, in your office, and you're signing them up, you know, for, you know, your long-term, you know, programs, all you have to say is, you know, as I help you, you know, reach your fitness goals and get the results that you want, can you help me, you know, reach my goals by referring your family and friends? You know, so as you're getting results and as I'm helping you, and it's proof that your program works, can you help me by just helping, you know, spread the word? So you just say that, and it starts the relationship off with them knowing, like, all right, you know, once he helps me and I'm getting results, it's my duty to, you know, go promote and tell everybody that I know about it, and to get the word out and get people coming in. And you can do referral contests. I'm not a huge fan, but they do work. You just want to make sure that doesn't come across as, you know, you don't care about them getting results. All you care about is getting people into your gym. If it comes across that way, you're totally going to bomb with the referral contest. So you have to frame it in a way that you're still showing that you care about them, and you're not just caring about getting more people into your gym. Some of the ways that we have done this in the past to do that is we would do like a 2-person team, you know, weight loss challenge or fat loss challenge, and then between the two of them, they could recruit one more person to help add, you know, to their results, to give them a better chance at winning. And we would make sure that we tell them it has to be like somebody cool, somebody, you know, a friend or family member, somebody that's going to help motivate them, and that worked really well. I would say at least half the teams recruited someone, you know, to come in and help them with that challenge. So these are the main things. You just want to create a system around it, you know, make it part of doing business with you. Definitely reward them for referring somebody. You know, it's found money, so I'm willing to give, you know, half of that first month's payment back to them in the form of a gift card. And then after they've referred more than one, you know, 3 or 4, start giving them personalized gifts, so that way they really appreciate it and know that you pay attention to what they say, what they like, and stuff like that. And then you can, of course, you know, run, you know, referral contests. And like I mentioned before, we would always do like community classes, or community sessions, whatever you want to call them, on Saturdays. So every Friday we let people know, you know, tomorrow's Bring a Friend to Boot Camp Day. You know, it's our community class. You know, we'd love to have more people just like you, because you guys are awesome. Make sure you bring somebody in. It's totally free, and we get people in that way as well. So that's what a good referral program looks like. Definitely reward them. Follow this, and you will be getting referrals on a regular basis. Cool, so our next question is, this person says, I need some ideas for content marketing. I'm already doing some, but I feel like it's all the same stuff. So when you're talking about content marketing, or any kind of marketing, you have to mix it up. So if you're doing the same thing over and over again, people start putting the blinders on and they don't pay attention. They kind of assume they know what you're going to do, what you're going to say already, so they don't feel like they're missing out on anything. So you definitely want to be mixing up the types, you know, the different types of content. So the different types of content that you can do, you know, one, you can do like storytelling. You can tell stories. People love to hear stories. They love to live vicariously through you. I've talked about this before. You know, most people live, you know, boring lives, and they feel that we live very, you know, exciting lives. So always be telling stories about what you're up to, what you're doing, where you're going, and then spin lessons, you know, for fitness and nutrition and health off of those stories. So start with a story and then teach a lesson, you know, off of it. Next, you can educate them. So this is just straight teaching them, you know, something, bring something to their awareness that they might not have known about before, something that they're probably doing already that could be affecting their health in a negative way. You know, it's easy to find things to educate them on if you're just reading, you know, magazine articles, just listening to the news, you know, so you can always play off the news. Playing off the news is good because they might have already heard of it. Number 3, you want to entertain them. So, like again, most people live very boring lives. They want to be entertained. Again, when you're entertaining them, you want it to be, you know, funny or, you know, entertaining, but also spin it off, you know, into a story. I remember, like, I never been into a video, but I probably should have. You know, when my daughter was younger, I would ask her, you know, like, what happens if you eat at McDonald's? And she would say that you would die. It's like, if you eat at McDonald's, you will die. So if that was on video, it'd be entertaining, it'd be funny. And I never told her that was the answer, but I must have said it sometime before, like just joking around, like that stuff will kill you or something like that. And that was her answer. And I just started laughing. And I'm like, well, you won't die instantly, but you know, it might take a long time, but you might die younger if you know, if you eat there. But if that was on video, I could spin that off into, you know, a lesson of you need to teach your kids at a young age, you know, how to eat healthy and, you know, not to eat processed foods and stuff like that. So just think of things that, you know, are entertaining, things that you find entertaining. You know, you can always, you know, get inspiration from that and model that, and put that, you know, into a video. The next type of content, you know, is demonstrate. So you're doing lots of different exercises. You can always make a video demonstrating the proper form. You can have a client in there, and that way you're like fixing their form, going through the motions of whatever the exercise is. Lots of ways that you can demonstrate with fitness. And you can also do it with nutrition as well. You can demonstrate how to make a smoothie in the morning. You can demonstrate how to, you know, how to meal plan, how to, you know, pack your meals for the week, or how to weigh everything out. You know, like how, like maybe on Sundays is your meal prep day. You can demonstrate how you do that. So you can do all kinds of videos that will demonstrate how to live a healthy life and how to be fit. So you want to work, you know, videos in there that are demonstrating, you know, showing them how to do all the things that you're telling them that they should do. And then number 5 is sell. So you always want to come lead back to selling them something. With all these videos, you don't always want to sell them something, but for the most part, you can always be like, hey, if you like that, you'll love this, and push them to some kind of offer. But when you're giving this much content, you're mixing it up and you're entertaining them, you're telling them stories, you're teaching them lessons, you're educating them, you know, entertaining them, you're demonstrating the exercise and the workouts, you know, you have the right to sell them something, and you have the obligation really to sell them something, because if you're giving them all this and, you know, they're aware that they're living unhealthy, and they you know, believe that you have the solution. Now you just have to invite them to come in, and then that's when I'm going to take you up, you know, on the offer. You know, whenever you're making videos and you have an audience that's watching, everyone in that audience is going to fall in a different category. Some people are just, you know, unaware. You know, they don't even realize that they're not healthy. You know, they just think that, you know, being tired and not having energy and not being motivated and being angry all the time is how they're, you know, just the way that life is. It has nothing to do with their nutrition or their sleep or their health or their diet or fitness. They're just unaware. So you want to reach that section of the audience. You want to talk about, you know, bring that stuff to, you know, to them, make them aware of it. And so a light bulb goes off, like, oh, maybe that's why I'm feeling like so crappy, is because my diet is bad, or I'm not getting any sleep, or whatever. So you want to bring awareness to whatever the problem is that you're solving, because a certain percentage of every single audience is unaware. And then there's a certain percentage that are aware but don't know the solution, So this group of people is where you want to talk about what the solution is. Not necessarily with you, but as long as, you know, fitness or diet or, you know, eating healthy or not eating processed foods, they can do all that stuff on their own. But they're aware that they're unhealthy, but they have no idea what to do. So now these videos, when you're focusing on this part of the audience, you want to make sure that you're giving them the solution. And then the next one would be your solution. So you're just telling them what you do. So now they're aware and they know they have some options. They know what their solutions are. And now you're talking about your solution. This is where your success stories would come in. You're talking about, you know, testimonials. You know, bring one of your clients on that has a really great story. Talk about that. And then after they're aware of what your solution is, and that's when you're going to make them a deal. And that's where your low barrier offer is going to come in. And so what I would do is I would make videos that are bringing, you know, awareness to the problem. So you're going to talk about the problem, agitate the problem, and then from there you could always retarget the people that have watched those videos to, now you know they're aware but they don't know the solution. So make another video that you're retargeting them to, that you are giving them the solution, telling them, you know, stop eating processed foods, start exercising, make sure you're being active, getting more steps in every day, lifting weights, have some type of resistance training in there, and giving them a solution, and then retarget them to your solution where you're bringing success stories on, talking about your program and why yours may be not necessarily superior but different, and how your 30-minute workouts you're getting just as much in those 30 minutes as most people do in an hour and a half, and talk about your solution. And then you come in with like a flash sale or a low barrier offer where just for this week only we're doing 21 days for $21. And if they've gone through these videos, by the time they get to the last one, your low barrier offer is going to convert, and your content marketing is going to be put to good use, and you're not just putting a bunch of content out there without like a plan or a strategy to actually get them in. So create the videos that you're agitating the problems, create the ones where you're talking about a solution, talk about your solution, and then make them an offer. And when you talk about your solution, you can say, hey, I'd love for you to be my next success story. If you like what you heard here, you can check out our website or whatever. But you're not making them a deal. Like these people, they might go and they're like, yeah, they're considering it, even at your regular price. Maybe they've seen your price on your website or whatever, and they know what your solution is, but they just haven't like made the jump. And then you just want to give them a reason, to make the jump and come in. If you're going directly, and you're just targeting people directly to your low barrier offers, one of the reasons why it may not be converting as well anymore is because not only have they seen it already in the past, but part of the audience that's seeing it is even unaware of the problem. Like, why do I need to come in for 21 days? I don't even know what I'm going to be solving by doing that. So take them through these steps, and that's going to make your content marketing that much more effective. So that's it for this week, guys. We only had two questions. If you have any questions you would like me to answer for next week, again, leave them in the comments section below. And have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.